Hello everyone, this is veered, and today I'd like to make a really quick video on the cutscene skip in Splatterhouse 2. Just as a quick aside, I know some people are wondering about Punch-Out because I haven't uploaded any of that in a while. I'm working on it. I'm getting it ready for SGDQ primarily. There's going to be a blindfolded incentive for that. If anyone wants to donate for that, that should be a fun one. The event starts on June 23rd, if you're curious. But anyway, back to this. So, a couple of runners are picking this game up, and we're having trouble with this particular trick. So, let's dive right into it. I've got a hitbox viewer going on right now. This red box, it doesn't show when I pause, but that red box is the cutscene trigger. If you walk beyond the barrier on the left side, then you lose control of your character, and he walks forward, like the cutscene begins. So what I want to do here is there's a few goals here, and that's what the cutscene skip looks like. It just skips that entire thing, and you kind of underflow your position to the right side, and you just hit the end stage trigger really soon. So there are a few ways to set this up, but the way I do it, if you notice, your hitbox actually lines up perfectly to where if it crosses that barrier, then it starts the cutscene. So let's see if we can get, there we go. So this is like the pixel perfect position that you want to be in. And the cue that I use here is the ghost has this well, first off, this ghost is on the same plane as you. It travels the same speed backward as you do. This is sort of like a drifting hallway where you're constantly moving backward. So what I do here is I line up the front of this mask with this like neck flap thing going on with this ghost. And I want to try to get as close as possible to this position. If I am too far back, then the skip just outright doesn't work. So if the back of your head is beyond the front of this ghost's mouth, then you're in good shape. You should be able to hit the skip. That's the first condition that needs to be met. Now the second condition, let's get in a position. So you need to do a jump, like a neutral jump, and the way that I time this is I want my character's head to sort of like bonk at the peak of his jump on the rightmost side of the score. But actually, you can kind of like really the whole score up here is is safe if your head bonks with it. So for example, if I had done a slide backward, then it probably would have worked. So let's just do it a couple times. So I walked too far that time. It's a little hard to do this on the emulator. My muscle memory is still kind of... Alright, there we go. So that time I was a little bit too late on my jump. There we go, that should work. You also need to not lose your position at all. So if you... Let's see, did I hit it? No, I didn't. If you do a slide kick too early, then you'll break through the back barrier, but it actually won't skip the cutscene because the end stage trigger isn't like loaded yet, I suppose. It's not in range when you underflow your position, so you want to make sure that you're somewhere around here when you do your slide kick. And the tricky thing, probably the trickiest part of this trick is you can't veer backward by pretty much any amount until you're about to hit the floor. This slide kick in this game requires you to have some kind of momentum forward or backward, and you need to not be moving backward in your neutral jump. So when you do your slide kick, you need to make sure that your character didn't move back any when he starts his slide kick. Because if that happens, then the trick's not going to work. So those are pretty much the 3 requirements you want to meet. You want to be close enough to this position. You want your jump to hit the score, and you can't lose any backward position in your neutral jump. If you do all 3 of those, then you'll get the trick every time. So hopefully that clears things up. So yeah, thanks for watching.